Rocket like rocket fuel.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas, crash, they will not stop me, tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, oh, deal with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on, smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard. Line.
Come on, set 90 Wolf. Hey, lock it!
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Check it 57, Mike 57. Hey, pick your
Looking to throw on second down. Boyce. And he rifles one incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Off the play fake. Boyce. He's going to fire one deep over them. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
now.
Mike, check, 59.
They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go.
80 weapons. Get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Boyce. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Ready.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Safe, safe, safe.
Clear. Fire.
Operating from the gun. Boyce got his man. That's Harry. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And able to follow his center and pick up the first. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or. Hey, Alpha.
Max 57, 57's right. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
What?
57, let's go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Ready,
Once
ready.
again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check 37, check 37.
Throwing again. Boyce. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Boyce. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagle 16. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. He's crashing.
Protein spill. Go.
Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Don't get nervous. Check 13. Check 13.
Come. Go.
Back to throw. Boyce to Michelle on the screen. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it. And the best part, they've made it pay off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 20. Yard line.
Set up. 18 Gator. 59.
On 1st down, Stidham. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
1st down, Eagles.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
We own it. We own it.
Mason. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Switch.
Topper. And hit it.
On 2nd down, it's Mason, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Get it.
They'll run on 1st down. Mason. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45.
Let it break.
59, Mike. Check. 59. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
5.
Now they'll throw it with Stidham. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lane. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 39. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Yeah.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready, go.
Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
Let's go, let's go.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now they run. It's Mason. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the Patriots' 46-yard line.
On the ready.
Hey, we gotta get tonight. Mike over there. Watch the run.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Patriots 7, Eagles 7.
Ready. 10 over.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go. 8-3. Hey, Wahoo.
Like 9.
There, go.
Now Stidham on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Ready, ready.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Pull it together. Tight dog.
22 jet bomber. Put on.
3rd and long. It's Stidham. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Mason. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point safely through, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Let's go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
30 base.
On 1st and 10, Boyce. That's out to his running back, Michelle. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, check Mike 57.
They'll run with Michelle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with a bandit.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
And ready.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
What we got? Shoot!
Greystone travel. Hey, Delta.
57's the most.
Hey.
Screen. Pass.
2nd and 6. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Hey, Echo.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Sit up.
Pretty quiet.
5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyce. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
57's the Mike. 57. Now watch one.
Hard. Ready.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
He's coming. Double up.
Recon 132 fighter. Clear. Go.
Throwing on first down. Boyce. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll throw on first down with Stidham. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Williams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
80 weapon. 57. Mike, 59.
On first down, Michelle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one, and let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Operating from the gun, Boyce. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
General West. Count it. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. They go.
From the gun, they run with Michelle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hey, Foxtrot.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Better bring it.
Protein spill.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Check. No. Off.
And now.
From the gun, Boyce into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Stidham. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Stidham from down around his goal line. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Eagles.
Ready, set. Hey, 2. Ready, go.
Stidham sets to throw on first. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Jim. 22-jet bomber. 5. Go. 5.
Stidham again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, orbit. Ready?
On 3rd down, Stidham. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
X3. 218, chopper. Go. Bravo.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
58, boys, 58, 58.
And ready.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, 58.
Sit up.
Go 58.
Second and 11. Looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Interception, baby, all day, all
They'll
day.
take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's first and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Mason. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's Stidham. He's got Mason complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 or.
Focus, defense, focus.
Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
36-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Fair. Get in the weight room. Check your hot read. Ready.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on second down. Boyce. Catch is made by Herring. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
61, matchbox right.
57's the mic. Watch
Coming.
On the ground is Michel.
Watch it slap. Watch it slap.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Pick the edge.
6-6, pull it high.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
It's a break.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Hey, alert 3.
80 weapon.
Check 24.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready,
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Man, I got you.
Ready, go.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
Quarterback up. Defense.
Looking to throw. Points. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do. Pick up the third down conversion.
On the ready.
To Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go. Slam.
General West.
Kill.
Rock it. Set, go.
They'll run on first down. Michelle. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Approaching, spill. Hey. High 7. But
Second and 1. And he'll get that to Michelle, complete. Past the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Eagles' 19-yard line.
come on, set. HE Gator.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Down. 70, Indy.
Hey, watch the slant.
Mike.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike.
Hit it.
On second down, Michelle. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Ready.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Again, it's Michelle. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And they will run it with Michelle. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
57, Mike 57.
Ready.
They'll try to run it in. Michelle. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Second down, Stidham to throw. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal.
Stidham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Stidham from the shotgun. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Stidham going back to the air. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. And he's going to profess that he was happy to get points.
But
and we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. After this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 78 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Stidham to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Out of the gun, Stidham. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Now it's Stidham. Able to find Willis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Keep it up. Check 50. Check 50.
Recon, 132 fighter.
On 1st and 10, it's Stidham. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Watch his threat. Watch his leg. Check 50.
On first down, Stidham. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now, Stidham. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
You can't block me.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Eagles' 26-yard line.
Set up. 60 or.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Now.
The Patriots in the victory. They'll take the knee.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Pats, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.